So the time has finally come. I have been using the OnePlus 12 right here for quite some time now, and I am finally ready to give you my overall thoughts on this device right here. What's going on, everyone? Josh Quinones here. That is right. Today's video is all about the OnePlus 12. Now, if you came to this video expecting me to read off a full spec sheet and go fully detailed into the specs, you're watching the wrong video. You can easily go Google that if you want to, or take a look at my unboxing video. But in this video, I simply just want to share what my overall experience has been like with the OnePlus 12 right here. And just to tell you guys right now, right off the bat, the experience with the OnePlus 12 right here, I mean, it has been great. You're getting a flagship device at a not so flagship price. So let's talk about that first. Right now, at the time of making this video, you can pick up the OnePlus 12 starting at just $800. Now, when you compare that to other flagship devices out on the market right now, I mean, that is a killer, unbeatable deal. That's without a trade-in, starting out at just 800 bucks. But then when you bring in a trade-in, they're still having a promo going on where you can bring in any device in any condition, no matter how broken it is, you can still get up to $100 off of your OnePlus 12, bringing that price down to around 700 bucks. And then if you do have, a good decent trade-in, you can get up to 700 bucks off, which brings us down to around $100. So definitely got some good deals going on. I'll have a link down in the description below in case you do want to pick up a OnePlus 12 for yourself. So when it comes to price, I mean, you cannot beat the price, and that makes this a flagship killer, not just because of the price, but because of everything that it offers along with the price. But going over to the design of the device, yes, it does resemble the OnePlus 11 with the overall look in the back, but if you take a look at that camera module in the back, if I put it up to my wrist, as you can see, it kind of has that classic watch look to it, which is what OnePlus was, kind of going for right here with that camera module in the back. And then it just kind of melts in to the side of the device. And I actually like it. It's got a nice distinct look to where when you look at it, you know that this is a OnePlus device. There's no question about it. But when you go to the rest of the back of the phone here, as you can see, I do have the black model right here, and it is just super nice. This is a different kind of matte black. It's not your usual matte black that you see on other devices, but kind of has like a shimmer to it, and it's just got a nice, sleek, sexy look to it. Feels really good in the hand, really soft to the touch. Really, really nice. Then when you go around the device, it does have those rounded corners, which does make it feel really good in the hands. It's got a nice premium feel to it, but you do have those, glossy edges, on the sides and the top and the bottom, which do pick up fingerprints. It would have been nice if they would have made it, a matte finish, but it's kind of hard to complain with the price that this device is currently going for. But a matte finish would have been nice. Just keep that in mind, OnePlus, for the next one to come with that 13. But if we look at the top of the device, we are getting something on the OnePlus 12 right here that you don't see on other devices like Samsung devices, Google, or even iPhone devices right now, and that is an IR blaster. And this can be really convenient for a lot of people, especially when traveling, you're staying at a hotel. You can use this IR blaster, for those of you that don't know, to control, different types of TVs, cable boxes, radios, air conditioners, air purifiers. I mean, there's a lot that you can use this IR blaster for, different things that you can control personally just with your OnePlus 12 right here. So definitely a very cool feature to have on your phone. And then going over to the left of the device, we do get that toggle to be able to instantly switch between silent mode, vibrate, and ring mode. So it's always nice just to be able to do that without having to actually go into the phone and, switch that up. But going over to the display, now I am using that in-display fingerprint sensor, which works every single time. Yeah, it's not an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which is more secure, but it still works every single time that I use it. It's fast, at least for me, I think so. Yeah, it's not gonna work if you, quickly tap it, quickly tap it, quickly tap it. But, I put my finger on there, it unlocks. I have no problem with it at all. And then I am greeted with this beautiful display. One of the best displays that I have seen in a smartphone. I mean, the colors are really vibrant. They can really pop. I mean, the clarity is there, a nice crisp display. Now we do have those curved edges on the side. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship with some people. Some people love it, some people hate it. Some people are kind of whatever about it. Me, I personally do not have a problem with curved edges on my device. I personally think it's got a nice premium look to it, looks really good, but just when it comes to the overall display itself, yes, we do have that punch hole camera cutout up at the top, which I don't ever find it to get in the way. Content has definitely been a joy to watch on this display right here, not only because of how good it looks, but because of how bright it gets as well. We're getting a super bright display here on the OnePlus 12, which makes it easy to use outdoors as well, and I don't have any problems looking at this display whether I'm outside in bright sunlight or indoors in a not so bright environment. Either way, it is a beautiful display, and not only the overall look of the display I find to be great, but also the haptics on this device. If you have the haptics turned on and you're typing away, I mean, it is so satisfying, I guess this is a word I would use for that. It's such a satisfying experience, just the little vibrations that you feel when typing or scrolling through certain things, messing with the volume or whatever the haptics are used for on this device. It just has a really nice feel to it, a lot better than what I've experienced on other flagship devices. So haptics on the OnePlus 12, you're gonna have a good experience with those as well. Now, I gotta talk about performance because OnePlus has always been known for speed. And I've personally always known OnePlus for having, you know, super fast, buttery, smooth devices. Getting that 120 hertz of smoothness, of course. Performance is a beast on the OnePlus 12. Handles everything that I needed to. I can easily scroll through my app drawer, home screen to home screen, in and out of apps, you know, depending, no matter what apps I'm using on this device, it's able to, you know, do whatever I'm doing without any problem at all. No lag, no latency, no stuttering, no freezing or anything like that. Not even any overheating. Now let me say this, this has one of the largest cooling systems in a phone to keep it cool so it doesn't overheat. And I just experienced this yesterday when recording my video before this one right here, which was gaming on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. I did around 30 minutes of straight 4K 60 video recording, and not once did this device heat up on me, which is amazing because I've had other devices where I can record like, what, 5-10 minutes of 4K video, it overheats and shuts down on me and I gotta wait for it to cool down in order to start recording that 4K video again. I did not have to do that one time with the OnePlus 12 right here. So it definitely does not overheat with anything that you're doing, even when gaming. If you watch my gaming test video that I did with the OnePlus 12, not once did this phone overheat in that video. It handles gaming like a boss. So not just your everyday task, but if you are a heavy gamer, this is going to be able to handle all of your gaming as well, especially when playing games like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG, you know, Asphalt 9, you know, heavy games like that. This will handle it with no problem whatsoever. But I gotta say, one of the things that has impressed me the most with the OnePlus 12 right here is battery life. I mean, battery life has been great with this device. It can easily be a 2-day device, and even standby time has been great as well. You know, when you're just leaving the phone there, not using it, I don't find it to drain battery quickly like I've experienced with some other devices. You know, there's other phones out on the market right now where you can just leave the phone there for, you know, maybe an hour, 2 hours without using it, and it'll drain quite a bit without even being used, which is crazy because it really shouldn't be draining that much if you're not using the device, right? At least that's what one would think. But with the OnePlus 12 right here, I mean, standby time is good. Battery life is good. We're getting a nice big battery on this device. And not only is battery life good, but the charging speeds as well, which is the one thing that really impressed me with the OnePlus 12 right here. So not so much wire charging, because that's something we've always known OnePlus for, is having that super fast, super VOOC wired charging. So yeah, we do get that 80-watt fast charging, you know, capabilities here on the OnePlus 12 here in the US, which is gonna charge your phone in around, you know, 30 minutes from 0 to 100%, maybe a little over 30 minutes. But of course, that's more than fast enough for everybody. But we get AirVOOC, super fast wireless charging with the OnePlus 12 right here when you use their dedicated 50-watt wireless charger, which is crazy because that is still charging the OnePlus 12 faster than other devices charge wired fast. Did I say that right? Yeah, other devices that charge wired super fast still don't charge as fast as the OnePlus 12 right here does wirelessly. So you can still get a quick top off charging wirelessly rather than having to plug in a wire. So whether you're charging wired or wirelessly, you're getting some super fast speeds here on the OnePlus 12. And I have 3 separate videos, one charging, this device wired to see how fast it charges, one charging it wirelessly, and then a full battery drain test as well to see how the battery performs on the OnePlus 12 right here. So if you haven't checked out those videos, go check them out after watching this one. You will be impressed. This device right here is a battery beast. Okay, now going over to the cameras of the OnePlus 12. My experience has kind of been like this. I have a really good experience over here, and over here just an okay experience. And the reason I say that, first of all, let's talk about photos. So when using these cameras to take photos, I've actually been able to capture some really good shots. I've actually been pretty impressed with the cameras on the OnePlus 12 when it comes to taking photos. I think portrait mode is good. It really gets the edges cut out nice, blurs the background really good. And just when taking regular photos, I mean, I think the colors look great. Actually a lot of the photos have more of that natural look to them, but it kind of saturates it just a little bit. But overall, I really like the overall style of the photos that I've been getting with the OnePlus 12 right here, to where some of the photos that I get with the OnePlus 12, I kind of prefer them over the S24 Ultra. Not all of the photos, but there are some photos where I do prefer the style that comes from the OnePlus 12 right here. So just when it comes, just overall taking photos with the OnePlus 12 right here, whether it's daytime or nighttime could use a little bit of work, but I mean, overall, the cameras are great for taking photos. And that's, no matter whether I'm using the main lens, the ultra wide angle lens, or the telephoto lens. And this even has a 120 times zoom feature. So not 100 times, but 120 times. And for using that 3 times optical lens to zoom in, 120 times digitally, I'm still able to get a pretty good shot. Yeah, it's not the best usable shot, but I mean, comparing it to, like a 100 times shot from the Galaxy S24 Ultra, it kind of compares nicely. It might not be as good, but I mean, it's still readable or lookable, I guess. I don't know. You can still make out what you're taking a picture of, or at least I'm able to. So, I mean, it's there if you need it. It's just fun to mess with. Obviously, it's not something you're going to use, all the time, but it is there. Now, when we talk about video, this is where I feel OnePlus has room for improvement here with the OnePlus 12, because, video quality, it is decent. It is pretty good, but I noticed there's this little lens flare problem, and I'm not sure if it's because of this, whole camera module in the back. All of the lenses, instead of having their own separate glass, they're all under this flat glass covering all of them. So I'm not sure if that is what's causing the lens flare, when taking video with the cameras on this device. I'm really not sure what it is, to be honest, but if you go back and watch my 4K video test, you will notice that there is a lot of lens flare going on. Now, I'm sure if that lens flare wasn't there all the time, during the day, then, video would look even better. Like I said, you can tell that video quality is good, it's decent, but that lens flare just kind of messes it up a little bit, and it would be nice if it wasn't there at all. But you can go back and watch that video and let me know your thoughts on what you think about overall video quality. But as you can see what I'm showing right here, you can kind of tell what I am talking about. And the same thing goes with the selfie camera. You're able to take some good selfie photos, and even when it comes to video is still decent as well. But overall cameras, I mean, they're gonna get the job done. You know what I mean? If you're not a professional photographer, this isn't something that you're doing for a living, you basically just use the cameras on your smartphone to capture what's happening in the moment, and you just wanna be able to get a good, clear photo of what that is. I mean, the cameras are going to do that. If you want to be able to get a good, decent video of what's going on, I mean, these cameras are still going to do that. So overall, I mean, some good, decent cameras on the OnePlus 12 right here. Like I said, there is just some room for improvement. But when it comes to the microphones actually perform very well. I was actually surprised with how good the microphones sound on the OnePlus 12. And not only the microphones, but the speakers as well. So like I said earlier, watching content on this device is great. Beautiful display, but of course, you don't want it to just look good, you want it to sound good as well. Well, the speakers on the OnePlus 12 right here actually have a nice full sound. They actually get pretty bassy, which is something that I like, and they get really loud as well. So it's a nice, full, loud sound, but they don't distort when you have the volume all the way up. And yeah, the speakers on the OnePlus 12 actually sound really good as well. But there is one thing that I did forget to mention when talking about recording video. So I noticed if you do have this phone set up, say on something like a tripod, you're recording a, pretty good, lengthy video, if it does detect that the phone is still and it's still recording video, the screen will automatically go dark for you. So it's helping save battery. It's still recording, but the screen will show dark, and it will say that you can tap it if you do want to see, what's being displayed from the cameras, from what you're recording. So I think that's actually a pretty nice feature. I did notice that, one of the tests I was doing, recording at 4K 60 frames per second, I left the phone there recording for a while. And even with yesterday's video, for that whole 30 minutes of recording I was doing, the screen goes dark, when it senses it's not moving. So that's just another cool feature from the OnePlus 12 right here to really help you save battery life and keep it from overheating as well with all of that 4K video recording. But I mean, overall, the OnePlus 12, this is a flagship killer. It's gonna take care of everything that you need it to. Yeah, it doesn't come with, AI like, what we're seeing with the Google devices and Samsung devices. But me personally, I've survived this long without AI on my device. I'm perfectly fine without using it on my OnePlus 12 right here. Even on my Galaxy S24 Ultra, I don't use it all the time. Yeah, it's nice when it's there and I find myself needing it, but I mean, the average person really isn't going to care that much, I guess you would say, especially if you haven't been using it for so many years. So, I mean, I think for the price that this is going for right here, it's definitely worth it. So if you've been thinking about picking up the OnePlus 12, but you really weren't sure, let me tell you right now, you're not gonna be disappointed with the OnePlus 12 right here. It's going to perform great for you. It's going to look good for you. It's going to handle gaming good for you if you are a gamer. Like I said, the cameras are decent. It's definitely going to last you all day long without having to worry about throwing it on the charger. And even if you are someone who just pushes your device all day long and you happen to somehow drain the battery all the way down to 0%, you could charge this up for like 10 minutes and finish off the rest of your day, maybe even go into the next day because of how fast charging is here on the OnePlus 12. Like I said earlier in the video, it's really hard to say anything bad about this device because of the price that it is going for. Because I mean, yeah, I can easily say like, hey, give me, the matte edges on the side. Give me some better cameras. Give me AI or whatever. There's a lot of stuff that I can mention about this device that can be improved here and there. But when you factor in the price, it's kind of hard to complain about all of that stuff. It's a device that's definitely worth it. And even without all those extra bells and whistles, it's still a great phone. And it's gonna take care of the, everyday average person's needs. OnePlus 12, great device. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. If you do have a OnePlus 12 for yourself, how's it treating you? How has your experience been? Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you're not missing out on any other future videos to come. Thanks for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.